Okay, so welcome to a quick tour of audienceSPY. So you know how powerful Facebook is because they've got lots and lots of members, billions of members. But to get effective ROI on our advertising, we really need to target our adverts to the people who are interested. But how do we do that? So that's what audienceSPY does. So if we just have a look at the normal sort of Facebook ad interface, we can see that if we're just looking at people in the United States of all ages, we've got 174 million people that we could reach. So you might know that that your target audience maybe are men or women, maybe they're a certain age, but they're still not going to really drill it in. So let's say that we're in the CrossFit niche. So typically we would type in CrossFit. It would give us some suggestions. We can see that there are 18.4 million people generically interested in CrossFit, which would give us an audience which is really too big to handle. And how do we know how interested those people are? Are they just vaguely interested in CrossFit? Are they all phenomenally interested in CrossFit? How can we decide? The other categories that they give us: CrossFit Games, is that what we want? What is it? Don't know. There's another one, CrossFit there. How's that different to the top one? We don't know. It's just not got the capital letters in it. CrossFit Training, maybe that's a good one if you're selling CrossFit Training, but again, 500,000 people. How many of those are actually actively interested in getting CrossFit Training now? Okay, affiliate community, that's not going to work. Journal, bit vague. Maybe it's something vague. I don't know what Invictus or Toluca is. They don't sound like they're particularly useful. Anyway, but if we pick CrossFit Games, we can see that we've got 13 million people that we could potentially get at. If we go to the Facebook Insights Manager and we put in CrossFit, again we get the same list of stuff, but now we can see that most of them are men and the most popular age group is 25 to 34, so that gives us a clue. So let's just go back and was it 25 to 34? Let's go back to here. So the men 25, get down there we go, 25 to 34. Okay, but that still gives us 3.7 million people. And again, how many of those, or which ones of those, are actively interested in buying something from about CrossFit from us at the moment? And this doesn't tell us. This I've forgotten the word for it now. The affinity, there we are. This affinity measure doesn't really help us. They seem to be interested in career building. What that's got to do with CrossFit, I don't know. I don't know what a solid single parent is, but anyway, single parents seem to be quite popular there. Apple pie families seem to be more popular. With that, whatever an apple pie family is, I don't know, to be honest. We can see that they're single or married, no real preference. They had college, not the grad school one. There's a strong affinity with job title with people in the military, so that's not surprising because it's kind of keep fit. Food preparation services, I don't know why it's popular with them. So we can see it's basically popular with military and government employees, but that might be, well, no, maybe they're not in the military, I don't know, but I don't know why government employees would be particularly interested in CrossFit. But again, all right, we could target government employees as a job title, but which one of those government employees are actually actively interested in something to do with CrossFit? And this is the problem. So the Facebook system is very powerful. It's great the way that we can target these things and find out these things, but it doesn't really help us to drill in here, because we have to show our ad to 3.7 million people to find out who's interested in what we're selling, and that's the problem. So what happens with audienceSPY is that basically we can drill that down into groups of people who are much more interested in particular actively interested in what we're selling. So audienceSPY, we would just log in. Okay, the first thing we have to do is just connect the engine with our Facebook account, just so that we can search via Facebook. Okay, and then this is the main interface. Now, one of the most powerful things is that we can actually search for multiple keywords at one time. So we could just do something like that. But what it will do is it will actually take this one term and it will actually expand it out for us anyway. So let's just see what it comes up with. So we can see straight away that it's come up with all these terms. There's 664 related things. This is a little bit squashed because I've had to do it for the video, but basically you can see over here that it's also instantly given us the number of likes this particular thing has. The PTAT is people talking about this at the moment, so this is people talking about it today, the country that it's based in, and then I'll explain the widgets in a minute. But we can see what's going on here. If we see ones that we particularly like, we can just tick them and add them to our search, and you'll notice that it's going to when we click the copy button, it's going to add them to our clipboard down here. And then we could take this list and then go back to our Facebook Ads Manager, and we could paste it in. Now, they won't all necessarily be there because they may not be big enough, but the ones that are, so the Aquila one was popular enough to be included, and we can see, let's get rid of that one. We can see that there were 1,000 people particularly interested in the Aquila one that come into that. So let's see. That may not have been a good one, but I'm just showing you how that bit worked. So let's let me untick these for a minute, because this is the other problem, is that these results can come up and they may seem really good, but are the people who are interested in this, are they active in are they actively interested in the topic, or are they just tire kickers? So we can sort by these results by the number of likes. So this one, these are the most popular ones now. So this is a bit annoying, I can't quite fit that all in with the video, but anyway, let's just get back there. So CrossFit.com has got the most likes, and it's actually pretty good on the number of people who are actively interested in it. So that would be a good one to do. So we can tick that one. CrossFit Games, I don't know if what we're selling is particularly would be games, but I guess maybe it is. So if it is, we can tick it. CrossFit Workouts, that sounds good. Okay, but the CrossFit Workouts, it's a very popular page. It's got loads of likes, 74,000 people like it, but only 153 people cared about it today. So if we put, if we just targeted the people who follow that page and just said, let's show our advert to all 74,000 of them, only 153 of them have any chance of seeing it. So that actually isn't a good one to include, because although it's very popular with the number of figures, it's not very efficient in terms of ROI. So instead of searching by likes, which are going to give us the top results, and that one there looks pretty good, but it's in a different country, so we know not to do that one. That one's not bad. That's in Argentina, so I won't do that one either. And that one's Argentina as well. So there are other pages. I won't go through them all. I'll just do one more page just to see. Right, I think I'm on page 2. Right, so that's in Mexico, but it actually sounds quite good. I might put that one in, but anyway. Yeah, so let's just put that CrossFit Resolver in as well. So rather than searching by by likes, we could search by the people actually talking about it. Now, to actually get this piece of information, I mean, we can certainly do it manually on Facebook. All you've got to do is go to the page and find out wherever the figure is how many people like it. So 934,000 people like it. Let's have a look, see if it's under that. Yeah, there we go. And so 65,000 people are talking about it today. So this is obviously a very popular page. That's great. But we had to do quite a lot to get that. Now I need to do the next page and so forth, so on. This is giving it to us all in one go, in seconds, and we can search by order of how big the figure is down here. So let's just right, that's that. CrossFit addiction, that looks good. So that was one we would have missed before, CrossFit addiction, because it only has 10,000 likes, but it has 5,500 active people. Okay, which is more than this page here. This has got 51,000. Sorry, that's less. Hang on. Anyway, you get the principle. So it could be that it has lots of likes, but not very many active users. So this is actually showing us, both figures, and it's showing us the number of active users as well. So that's one we might have missed there. That's only got 8,500, but it's got 2,880 active people today, which is almost a quarter. So almost 25% of their audience are actually keen and active. So these are people who are obviously passionate about what's going on. CrossFit Girls, I might include them. Again, as a percentage, it's 30% of their audience are active. So that would be worth doing. Now this list of pages, it's in the clipboard at the moment. We can go to Facebook page, just paste them in. They may not all be there, so those two were actually, they weren't the real figures. It's just taken the first word from that. Let's just see what went on there. Let's just take that. Without the space, let's just see if that does it. So basically, if the interest is big enough, let's put it in Notepad first. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. If the interest is big enough for for Facebook to track, then it will appear as an interest. When it happens. Okay, so that one wasn't, unfortunately. I'm going to take those two out. But let's see what else we can do. So we know that these are good, terms, whatever. So I'm just going to keep those handy. But so let's take Let's take this one here. Let's take CrossFit Addiction. Actually, let's do that one. So this is now where the widgets are coming in. So that's not their real website, so that's a bit silly. Or maybe it is, but anyway, you think they have their own website. But if we go to their actual fan page, oh, I see, it goes to that. That's why. So it might be that this website will be popular enough, sorry, to to come up. So let's just put that in. Notepad again, just to take. Right, let me just take that off. Okay, let's just check. No, okay, I can't get that one to come up. They haven't really given their proper website, so it's a bit difficult to do that. But it's potentially a good lead. 10,000 people like them, and sorry, that one. Almost 6,000 people were talking about it. But unfortunately, Facebook aren't tracking that themselves. But that could have been a good good lead. It's just that they haven't really got their own website to do that. So let's just pick a different one. So that was addiction. So let's do CrossFit. Well, actually, that's obviously going to be in there. Let's do that one. Okay, let's just see what they've got. Okay, so they've got their own website. It's on WordPress.com, but nonetheless, it's on there. We know it's popular and well liked. Let's just take that. Let's just put that into our box. No, even that wasn't popular enough. Oh dear. Okay. Let's just put it into the other one here. No. Okay. So it wasn't popular enough apparently, which is a shame because that would have been a good one. But there we go. That's the way it's works sometimes. So let's just see what we can do about that. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. So the other thing we can do is we can set the minimum number of likes. So I'm going to do a custom value. So basically, if it's something like 5,000 or something, then it's more likely that Facebook will have tracked it. So now we can see these should all be 5,000 kind of figures. We've got 103 entries now, so I'm just gonna take them all really. Okay, let's just do this page as well. That one's product language. Actually, so is that one. Where's that one? What country that's in? Let's assume it's in somewhere. Crescent, what's that about? Denmark. Okay. Okay. So the other thing, rather than me struggling with that, I can filter by country. So let's just say I want to stick to the US. So we're looking for sites that have got at least 5,000 likes in the US. Now there's only 12 of them, but at least I thought Invictus wasn't going to be in English, but it is. So let's see which of these There we go. So we got all of those. Now let's go to our Facebook Ads Manager. So I keep bringing up the wrong tab there. Let's just see if any of those are in. There we are. So these 5 here, they were popular enough to be in there. Now we can see that we've got an audience of 18,000 people, which is a lot less than 3.7 million or whatever it was. But there's a difference, and the difference is that they're fans of this, these fan pages, but they're not just fans of these pages. These are actively, they have strong active users groups in them. They're not just likes, they're actually got strong talking about. So in actual fact I should take those 2 out because those 2 aren't strong. Okay, so again we could sort by people talking about. So these ones here I don't really want. Okay, but I don't think San Francisco CrossFit, I don't think there were any of the ones that we had. So let me just do that again. So, there we go. So they're the ones that we're interested in. Oh, San Francisco, that's weird. San Francisco CrossFit is one of the ones that Facebook are tracking, but isn't particularly active. So I'd be tempted to take that out. Let's just see what doing this. So at the moment it's 18,000. If I take it out, it drops to 17,000. So 1,000 people were there. So they're a sort of a risky fringe audience. I don't know if we'd include those or not. I don't think I'd put that in the main ad group. So we might make a note of those, that the San Francisco one was potentially interesting, but I don't think that they're a strong interest group. I mean, 100 a day, 132 a day is not bad. So it might be good. But these other ones, let me sort back by people talking about. There we are. So these ones, see, these are all very strong. 200 people a day are talking about actually interacting with these places. That one's possibly bought 189. So it just depends where you want to draw the line. But we could go with the ones above first, and then when we want to expand the campaign, we could go down below to the lower figures. But again, rather than just being impressed by the number of likes, because it seems like 16,000 fans must be a really good page. When we throw all our ad budget at it, there's only actually 189 people today are actually interacting with that page. So how passionate are they about it? So again, that's not potentially the most efficient one we could do when there are so many more people interacting with these ones here. In percentage terms as well, these are much more passionate. And we filtered by country, so we know that these are all US things. We're not advertising to people in Mexico or Brazil or something. And we're there. So basically, I spent a long time dithering about there, but basically, these were words that I certainly didn't have in my mind at all, and we've taken our audience down from 3.7 million, which is would require a huge ad budget to to weed out who was interested and who wasn't. And the trouble with it is when you're showing your ad to these 3.7 million people or 3.6 million people who aren't interested, your click-through rate goes down, which means your ad rate goes up, and your quality of traffic will go down, because Facebook will start to send you junk traffic, and you'll actually get less impressions as well, because all the good traffic that they've got plenty of is going to other advertisers who can give them a better click-through rate than you can. And that's not because your content or your offer is bad, it's just that of the 3.67 million people, the people you want the 0.1 of a million, they were, maybe not the people who saw your advert first. Maybe it showed it to the 3.6 million other people. So doing it this way, we know that they're a passionate audience. We know that they're active today, or the large percentage of them are active today, and we've got a manageable number. We'd like it to be a bit higher than that, and we can drill deeper to bring that up. But that's not a bad start with 17,000 people who are interested. So let's see how we could potentially bring that up. So these widgets over here, these basically will bring out other terms. So that will just search for the term again, which we don't need to because we've already got it in there. But if it was a fringe one that we found, like this concept 2 thing here, CrossFit rowing, so maybe that wasn't an original thing, we could just search for that and do a search on CrossFit rowing and see what that brought us. But we don't need to do that with this one. So this other one will give us what's let me do this one first. So this one is the pages that they've liked. So it might be that they haven't liked any, so sometimes that happens. No, but they have. So they're this page are fans of all this stuff. I don't want to brand of a hotel, but anyway. So we could so there's some clotheslines, some rehab centers, celebrities in the thing, products, more celebrities, that kind of thing. Some other places like that. So we can just we could take those. Okay, I'm just going to take them into my notepad for a second, just to tidy it up a little bit, and we could take those names that it's come up that that they like. Let's go to that. I think that one's good. Right, let me just take a couple. So let's take some of the the athletes. So we've got Annie, and we've got Val, and we've got Lucas Parker, and we've got Rory, and we've got Elizabeth. Okay, so these are just some of the celebrity sports people that they follow. Excuse me. And we could take those and put those in our ad manager and see if any of those come up. Okay, unfortunately they didn't, but they could have done. Let's see if there's another one. See if Rogue Fitness is in there. No, okay. I'm just trying to find another. Let's try that one. Get tape. No. Okay, not being very lucky with that one. Okay, so that one was CrossFit Virtuosity. That one was wow, that went up hugely, didn't it? That took us up to wow, from 18,000 up to 300,000. So CrossFit Virtuosity, actually Rogue Fitness might have been, I can't remember if that was one of them or if that was one of the original ones, but anyway, but the one I just posted in there, CrossFit Virtuosity, that was one of the ones that this page likes. So that's given us a massive boost there of people who are potentially interested. So let's just do that. So we can expand our audience in that way, and you can see how easy that is. I mean, we had to do a little bit of work with Notepad just to pick the ones that were that we thought were applicable. And what was I looking for there? Yeah, so we can put that as a search in a second, which I will do. But the other thing we can do is we can the people who follow this this fan page, they're, what is it that they have been talking about or active about today? Maybe there's something else that's trending, or whatever. Let's pick the other one. Okay, so they've been talking about all this stuff. So I don't know the niche. So but CrossFit Go Personal. In fact, this has come up again. So we can just take these, these terms they've been talking about. Back squats. I don't know if one is a thing, but anyway, I don't know what that is. One seems to be quite important actually. Invictus. I won't put weightlifting because it's a bit generic now. CrossFit Games they've been talking about. San Diego is obviously important for some reason. Fasting, won't put that in. Home gym, obviously, that's interesting. So Rogue Fitness, that was one of the ones we had, but anyway. I'll put home gym in just in case. Garage gym. Okay, so this is all the things they've been talking about, and we can search on those terms. And you can see that it's come up on the right hand side here, and again it's expanded the terms out for us. So there's another thing called Invictus Productions, Invictus Physical Coaching. That's another variation of that. IC's a new thing. I don't understand the significance of the WOD thing there. That's I think we had that above, but anyway. The CrossFit Games have come up. That's foreign, so I won't do that one. That one's interesting. There's a Festivus there. Rogue Fitness I think we already had, to be honest, but we'll put that in. These are some equipment, I guess, but they're in different countries, I won't add those. Garage gym, maybe that one, maybe that one. So we'll do that. So we'll just search on those terms now. So we're expanding our pool up. We've already gone from 18,000 to 300,000, but let's just see what it's what it comes up with. And I guess there's a few terms there, so we're just waiting for it to pop up. And there it is. As soon as I turn me back, it came up. Okay, so we can see this IG Invictus things looks important, etc, etc. That one's got a lot of active stuff going on there. Let me just put it over here. Okay, so that one looks important. It's in Brazil, won't do that one. But that one at the top, there it was. Oh, actually it's China, so I won't do that one. It's interesting that it's popular in China though, so that's interesting. There it was. CrossFitInvictus.com. Okay, so we've got two websites there which are potentially interesting. So let me just take the dots out of these. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to paste those two. Actually, I could have just ticked them. Let me do that. It's quite hard with the cursor thing over there. Right, there we are. Where was the other one? lost. I don't know where the ones had. I would have gone there. Anyway, let's just put those in. See if they're going to come up. Okay, so they're not popular enough for Facebook to track on their own, but here's one other very useful feature of the software. So we can do similar sites. So I'm just going to take one of the ones that I just found, and it's going to find similar websites, and here's a whole list of websites there. Let's see if any of those are, yeah, so two of those were livestrong.com, and the other one were there, and that's added another 10,000 people there. Let me just take the other website there. Okay, that one doesn't have anything related, but let's do the big one. There's a huge number there. Right, okay, let's set that there. And let's see how many of those are. Right, there was another 3 or 4 there, so strong fits came up. So now, well, I mean, now it's gone up to 530,000 people. So 500,000 is pretty good, for that. So next rate is almost getting too many now. We've managed to build it up. It's a lot less than the 3.7 million. We know that a good percentage of these are actively interested in what's going on. Let's just take that where was it? There it is, strong lifts. Right, let me just take that one out just to see. No, it wasn't that. So maybe it's Rogue Fitness. Yeah, so Rogue Fitness is responsible for a huge number, 200,000 people were fans of that, or sorry, it was related to that. I don't know if that was one of the original ones. Hang on, let me just try to find the popular one. It can't be that one, can it? No. Actually, I think if I scroll over it, it shows, does it? No, brilliantly not. I can't believe it's that. It could be that. CrossFit Virtuosity. No, it's not that one. Mayhem. No. Where are we getting all this figure from then? Oh, it's probably bodybuilding.com. Yeah, okay, it's bodybuilding.com. So let me just. So I should have saved that a bit better. But anyway, so bodybuilding.com, it was obviously a related site, but it's not really necessarily related enough, and it was responsible for a huge amount of figures, and I don't know if if they're passionate enough for what we're doing. So we can check that in 1 second. But let me just paste in the sites that we found. There we go. And we had some others too. Where was the other ones? Oh, yeah. What that one was actually, no, that wasn't one of the original ones. Anyway, so I've lost my original 18,000, but anyway, but I just put that bodybuilding one in by mistake, so I should have saved what we had up to that point. But anyway, but we had 18,000. We added another 10,000 something with these extra sites. The extra 5 went in, but bodybuilding.com threw the results off. It added like 200,000 in one go, and I wasn't necessarily happy with that. So, but what we can do is we can go back to the target engine, excuse me, and see what's going on with that topic. So let's just see what's going on. Right, okay. So related to that is vitamins and supplements. That may or may not apply to our CrossFit thing. And sorry, the other thing I forgot to mention is the category. So over here we can actually see the categories that they break down at. So if we only wanted to target vitamins and supplements, we could see that there's 10 entries of that, and that's who they are. If we don't want to target that, then we can take them off. So if we were looking for products and services, there's 3 of those: organisations, communities, maybe websites, maybe the book. Clothing may not. Well, the clothing might interest us. Our local businesses might interest us. Websites again. Athletes might interest us, but internet software, probably not what we're doing. Universities may not apply. Coaches, only one, so we might not need that. So there's 43 of those that we're potentially interested in. Lost my bar now. There it is. And if we sort by actively, people are active in it. So the main one is this one, but Kurdish bodybuilding isn't really what we're particularly interested in. Neither's that. So the bodybuilding one, if we're doing bodybuilding, it's great. But similar again, if we look at this one, bodybuilding clothing, 17,000 likes. So it seems like it's a really active thing. But only 30 people today were actually participating with it. So it wouldn't really be worth us targeting these people with ads, because they're not active today. If it was applicable, then obviously this one at the top would be, but it's not what we're after. But not knowing what's not going to work is as valuable as knowing what is going to work, because it means that we're not going to waste our time on spending money on ads that aren't going to work for us. So the bodybuilding thing, although it was a related site, was really threw us off because the numbers were too big, and it doesn't look like that they're particularly active anyway. And it's not our niche. Our niche we're looking at as an example was CrossFit. It wasn't bodybuilding. So I'm glad we took that one out. I wish I'd saved where we got to, but never mind. Anyway, so we've got our 10,000 here. I really want to get it back to the bit where we had 300,000. I can't quite remember what it was I threw in to get that. I'd have to go back a stage now. I think the celebrities didn't come up. Oh, there we go. Rogue Fitness. Okay. So Rogue Fitness was our big one that took it up to 300,000. So that's a bit more what I'm expecting. So again, if we weren't sure how applicable the Rogue Fitness thing is, then again, there's nothing to stop us having a look at it and seeing what it's about. So what else is related to Rogue Fitness? So all of this, again, how much of that is active and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the main thing, they're very active. There's percentage wise is not great, but 30,000 people active today is pretty stonking. If we were covering Europe as well, another 770 active there, that would have been a good one. Rogue Running, that probably is worth us including that one. So I'm just trying to get rid of my bargain. Let me just paste that. Okay, so Rogue Running appeals to me, for this. Active audience, and again, well, that's somewhere funny. I don't know about that. That's Ireland, doesn't really do it. Sports team, no, that's not really active. So that's the main one. We might find that it's not popular enough for Facebook, but we never know. Let me just take that out. No, even that's not popular enough for them. Oh, okay, well, Rogue Running is. So that's, what did that take us up to? Didn't increase the count for some reason, but that looks like it was useful anyway. So Rogue Running might be a different one. Obviously hard to know quite which one they're doing. If we're right about it, we can take it out. Didn't make any odds to our account. But it looks like they're an active community anyway. So I'm going to put that in. And there we go. So that's basically it. So we've got, we've gone down from 3.7 million people who we, not sure quite what's going on, to 300,000, which is a little bit high. Rather, that's kind of in half, but it's okay. But at least we know that kind of what they're passionate about, that they're actually actively, interested in, and it's very related, to what we're doing. Also, we've used the demographics. We used the sex and the age that we got from Facebook's own insights. So I've lost that tab. There we go. From their own insights, and we could put whatever we found. I should have kept a better list of it. So these are the ones that Facebook have found. Again, the age groups there. So I still don't like that bodybuilding one in there, so I'm going to take that. But anyway, but the biggest affinity here, apple pie families, I still don't quite know what that means. And people in the military, again, food services, don't understand the relevance of that. No real clues there. The age and the sex is still good. I'm just going to say bodybuilding come out again because I don't quite know how that helps us. So there we go. We can see that in terms of those sites that we've that we basically narrowed down in with with our audience spy, we can see these are the other things that they're potentially interested in. So we've got these athletes here. Okay, so I know that it's Facebook that are giving these, but they're only giving us these because we put these in, and we got these from Audience Spy. So it's kind of chicken and egg, isn't it? TV Channel doesn't really. It's many magazines, right? So the magazines, they're probably worth going in. Get rid of that. That's worth putting in. Okay, bodybuilding thing I don't want to do. I don't know. Well, maybe it's important. CC Fletcher, we could try putting him in. Right, Rogue Fitness we had. That sounds foreign to me, but anyway, we'll put that in as well. Okay, so we've got all these extra things here now. Let's just check the other tabs just for interest. So most of this is US based. Apparently quite a lot in New York, which is interesting. So we could possibly just target that region and just see if that brings our figure down. Let's do New York, it wasn't it? Right, New York, United States. There we go. Yeah, so just New York is 14,000, so that's too small now. Let's see what the other locations were. So California and Texas. Oop. I spelled that wrong. Oh, I see. Texas. Okay, that's a bit better. So if we just focus on those three particular states, which apparently are the top most popular states anyway, yeah, that gets us nearer to 100,000 audience, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Very slightly more than that would be good, but that's not bad. So yeah, we can focus on that first, and you know, have a manageable ad budget. Yeah, budget by drilling in on the location. Okay, so that's good. So what was I going to say? Yeah, just looking at some other clues. Okay, so about half of them are desktop and mobile. Almost half of them are mobile only. So that's worth knowing that there's a mobile audience in with that. Typically they earn that much, 50,000, 75,000 a year, I guess it is. And let's see if they bought stuff. Can't work out quite what that means. Hang on. Compared to income. I think that means they buy a lot. I'm not 100% sure that. Can't quite interpret that. And yeah, they're above average on spending there, and they like buying clothes, food and drink, pet products, and subscription services. Okay. Some of them drive pickup trucks or SUVs or sports cars. Okay, so interesting, cross section of people. So no more particularly great clues there. So we've got all these extra things here, and let's just so if we really wanted to build our audience out and and test it and everything, we would take the the people, the celebrities that we found and that kind of stuff, and we could put them in. I won't do them all, but it would take a couple of minutes, but so we could put some of the celebrities in, and we found some magazines and stuff, so we could put those in. Okay, as I say, you can put multiple keywords in this. Again, I won't do them all. Strength, let's put that one in. Let's just put this CT Fletcher guy in. Oops. See what he brings up. And there's some other brands. And I'll just put the other last brand in. Oops. Okay. So, we can put as many of those as we like. I haven't put them all in, but I put a lot of them in. Just didn't put all the celebrities in. And there we go. And it's come up with a bucket load probably. Yeah, 582 potential things. These are all new leads now. Let's just search by. There we go. So, alright, this guy, what was that guy, wasn't it? So this guy, CT Fletcher, apparently is very important. Very active community, it's US based, etc, etc. I've never heard of him before. This magazine here, particularly important, again, very active user base. This athlete, very, again, important user base. These things here, this company, whatever they do, again, very engaged. Yeah, so this EU thing may not apply to us. Muscle and strength might not be, or may not be, but again, they're very engaged. So yeah, we can make these choices as to what we want to do. With these people. Let's copy that for later. Okay, so I'm just going to put the these in it. Yeah, let's do those. So that's there. Let's just there we go. Right, let's just paste those in. Oops, not in language though. There we go. There we go. So that's added. Yeah, so potentially we got 740,000 people now. So that's actually too much. I want to take those out and sort of put them back in and see how many each one is. But they're all actively engaged. She's a celebrity in the in the niche. That's the magazine in the niche. So and these are all avid readers of of this. So I've got them written down over my notepad so I can take them out. But so it maybe we weren't sure about this one. For this campaign we can take that out. And she was responsible for about 20,000. This CT Fletcher guy, he's about 10,000 as well, which is the popular one. Probably that one. Yeah, so muscle and fitness was the big, the big one there. So again, we could look at that one, specifically, just to make sure it is exactly, what we're expecting and the kind of people that we're expecting, and all that kind of thing. But I can put my other ones back in. So CT Fletcher, we liked him. That added about 10,000, and then this celebrity. Then somebody, she added about another 10,000 as well. Where did she go? Bailey. Hang on. Dana Lynn Bailey, sorry. That's why. Oh yeah. It's written there right in front of me. Sorry. Right, okay. Flex magazine, did that go in? Maybe that wasn't popping enough. Let's just check that again. I think the Brada was. Yeah, okay. So let's just check Flex magazine. Flex. There it is, magazine. Alright, so the Facebook have written it funny. So anyway, but Flex magazine is important. And that added about 120,000, I think. So that's another important one. Again, which we can, take out or do separately or, whatever. Anyway, so that's basically it. So I know that went on for a little bit. Sorry about that, but I just wanted you to see, exactly how it works. So yeah, basically we've gone from 3.7 million, or sorry, 176 million people who are just on Facebook that we can get at in the US. We've gone down to 3.7 million who are just vaguely interested in CrossFit, and down to anywhere between 10,000 and 460,000 people that we can be a lot more certain that they're active and interested, and potentially buying in a niche. We've also done some demographics here now, incorporating the insights, but we only got the insights because audienceSPY gave us the criteria to find that out in the first place. So let me go to that. It's only because we put these in that we were able to get all these other page like things and all these other brands and everything here, and then that gave us the demographics as well. And these all we started with was the word CrossFit. We didn't know about these other things, or I didn't know about these other things, and it's kind of an evolving process, I guess. Obviously it's a lot quicker if you're not explaining it, you're just doing it, and if you know your niche, then obviously you'll be a lot more certain of the results that you want. Anyway, I probably just should have just kept the results that I was going to use in the ad in Notepad, just so that I could go back to them and take them out and but then put them back in when I found out which one was important. And by limiting the use of the states, and again we got the most popular states from Facebook Insights, and again that insights came from the original research that we did in audienceSPY. Okay, so there we go. So just two other things I just haven't mentioned. So basically, we've spent a long time looking at the targeting engine. I showed you some of the widgets. Some of the widgets do appear over in this side here. So the feed, this is just what's the most popular trending things on Facebook. So you just put in your keyword, and you would get the trending terms coming up. So that might be something that we could trend in. That's obviously some sort of competition or something. That looks like sport related. All the others aren't particularly inspiring me, but there could be something in there. The point is, it changes every time you run it, really. So it's just a case of put it in and see what happens. So that's the feed. So that shows us trending stuff. If a celebrity was doing something, then they would appear probably in that. There's obviously some competition there. In the zones probably something, and we could see what what they were. And again, we'd see what was related to to those. Don't really need to add those ones, so we'll just stick to these Comes here, and then again we can find out. Sorry, we can find out what where the activity in this actually is. Okay, so these top things, this CB Fun thing. Yeah, could be some more leads in there. Yeah, I mean, could be. But this is Zone Sports. That looks like a good one. So, except that it's in Turkey. But very active audience. Another website that just came up we didn't know about. TV channel there. So there's maybe something going on with related TV or whatever. So we can just find out. But that was from the feed. So. That was that. The other thing, the last thing I just want to mention, similar sites, I showed you. Just need to be careful that it doesn't throw a wild one in there like the bodybuilding one. Is the report one. So the report one basically gets media packs, from corporate people in the industry or magazines or whatever. It's done by keywords, so they may not all be totally relevant. I don't know what Oxygen Magazine is. That might be important or it might not. Because it's a PDF and I've set to not view PDFs. But anyway, but there's a PDF on the end of that. I won't save that right now. Yeah, let's stick it there. Again, I don't know if there's a WAD, so that might be important. That one might be important. Let's do that one. I was going to say the WAD one just out of interest. So, if there was a strong contender in there, then we get the media pack for them, and it might give us all sorts of information. So here's the one for oops, put that in the window. There we go. Right, so this is I don't know what it is. It's a gym or something, I'm not sure. And it looks like it's a gym. And this is their demographic, so they're confirming that their age groups, that looks like their most popular month there. Who they're, what they think their audience is. Some pictures of their audience. What they do. And I guess they do advertising. It's a bit weird. So this, maybe I'm missing the point. But anyway, this gym basically does, advertising. So you can advertise to their community. Get 100,000 reach apparently. For whatever their deal is. So there we go. See what the website's about. Okay, so I don't quite understand what's going on anyway. They seem to be a gym, but they seem to be advertising, so I'm a bit confused. But anyway, that's that's what they offer. certainly do a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of instructors. I don't quite understand why they do advertising, that's all. Well, they do a newsletter, so maybe they put it in their newsletter and stuff like that. Anyway, but you know, it could have been, you know, a highly valid thing. So let's just right. So this is a magazine. Okay, so that makes sense. This is the Oxygen magazine, is it? Yep. So Oxygen was the one I picked up, but obviously they seem to have quite a lot of titles, you know, which might apply. But anyway, but they'll show you, yeah, what their magazine could do for you, and they'll tell you about their readers and, you know, this kind of thing. Mostly male, 31, 91,000 income. Yeah, whichever magazine you pick, it will tell you, you know, what. Yeah, so the Oxygen was the one that we actually picked up. So slightly the younger audience for the women there. Readership of 466,000. All different types of ads you can run in it. And there we go, and all the contacts. So yeah, we've got all that handy. Yeah, there might be, well, they've got some demographic information in there. Obviously, you know, you've got the magazine that you can, you know, check out and see what, yeah, what these kind of people, you know, read or are interested in. And there we go. So that's the media packs, which is called reports in, you know, in this. This one wasn't, you know, fantastic, but, you know, it wasn't bad. The Oxygen thing wasn't bad. The other gym's interesting. I just don't understand why it's a gym that does advertising, but, you know, they do, so there we go. But their demographics info was good. Obviously you get a good feel for what's going on, you know, with them. Similar sites I showed you. The feed is the trending stuff, and the target engine is the main thing that, you know, that we looked at. So just remember with the, you know, with the target engine that you know, you can do the multiple keywords at one time, which saves an awful lot of time, but you know, it will give you other you know, suggestions here. But remember, you've got these tabs over on the right, so that you can see yeah, what else is going on. What you know, one of the biggest results we had was you know, what they liked. So, you know, these celebrities, these brands, you know, all this kind of stuff. You know, these were good clues, you know, that expanded our things. There's another magazine there which we could look at specifically. You know, and there we go. So, as I say, that's gone on quite a lot, but you know, you can see it's very easy. I know we've spent about an hour looking at this, but you know, it's slow because I'm, you know, taking you through it, and I don't know the niche, so you know, I'm getting sidetracked and stuff. But you know, basically, you saw that, you know, if we only had Facebook, you know, to use. Lost me Facebook now. Is that it? Yeah. If we only had Facebook to use, let me just. Well, you can remember what it's like. I want to kind of keep this and take a record of it. Yeah, but when we just put CrossFit in, you know, we had 3.7 million people, and you know, we don't know which of them are interested, you know, or if they're active and all that kind of stuff. And we, you know, using audienceSPY, we've been able to, you know, to drill in, find out, you know, where active people are. We've had all sorts of leads to take us to expand it to different things, to different magazines and different brands, different celebrities. You know, even if we know nothing about the niche, the C.T. Fletcher guy, the coach, you know, he's obviously important, or apparently important. You know, and we wouldn't, well, I wouldn't have found him, you know, unless we'd, you know, use this tool, and then we can, you know, delve into him, you know, see who's related to him, see how active his followers are, all that kind of thing, you know, and do it. So, you know, we've ended up with, you know, anywhere between 10,000 and 460,000 people, which is a lot more manageable than 3.7 million. You know, and we can take out you know, whatever we want and do them in stages to, you know, to bring those figures down. You know, we've targeted down by the demographics and by location to make the, you know, to make it all more manageable as well. And you know, if we run this campaign, this is a little bit big, but yeah, if we ran you know, some of these, you know, to bring it down to nearer like 100,000, then you know, we should be a lot more confident of what yeah, what results we're going to get, because we know that these people are active and that they're interested in the topic. And that's it. And you know, without audienceSPY, you know, none of that really would have been you know, possible. Okay, so that's it. I hope that gives you a good insight as to, you know, how it works, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.